What's up, everybody? So, I'm really still not where I want to go live right now. But I thought I'd go ahead and do an update video and just kind of let you all know how things went down and everything. So, I was originally supposed to have to deliver my load on Thursday morning and then get back to the yard, get a car, and head up to Urbana. However, I had run out of time on Wednesday, so I was able to actually go to the yard Wednesday, drop the load, and then get the car. So I actually ended up arriving to Urbana by a little after 5 o'clock on Wednesday. So, at that point I was thinking, this is great, I'm a day early. And so visiting hours end at 5, so at 7 or 8 in the morning, Thursday morning, I was going to go up there with my mom and see my grandmother. And at 1 a.m., or 1:30 a.m., my mom called me and said she had passed at 1 a.m., so I literally missed her by like 6 hours. So that kind of sucked. And so I ended up meeting with my mom and my uncle and my other friends. At any rate, met up and went to go get breakfast and went back to my hotel and sat down and talked for a little bit and hung out for the day. And I ended up leaving Friday, going back to Bolingbrook, and got the car back and got back to my truck, and went ahead and just took a load because I find I'm a lot easier. It's a lot easier for me to process things when I'm driving. I feel like it's my comfort zone, and when I'm in my comfort zone, I'm able to just deal with things a lot easier, and I can think or do whatever I gotta do, and it's just me and the truck and Misty. So at any rate, I originally was supposed to go from Bolingbrook to Reno, but they ended up putting an extra stop on, so now I'm going from Bolingbrook, Illinois to Tracy, California, and then to Reno for a final stop. So that's kind of how everything broke down. I was able to go to the crematorium and purchase little urns for myself and my daughter, my uncle, and my mom. And so that was cool. And so that's all in the process of taking place. So once that's done, I'll be able to at least have that. And I've got one for my grandfather too, so I'll be glad to have them up there side by side. So through all that, my phone was pretty much going ballistic. I had to shut off the notifications for YouTube because it was just going crazy. And I guess it would have been probably Friday by the time I got back to the truck. I started looking through to, see who had responded, and I figured, just hey, say thanks and everything, and I appreciate it. I'm just trying to get through all this. And so I wanted to make sure that I said thank you so much to the family and friends that I've made on YouTube out there that have sent a lot of love and support. However, that brings me to the final point, which absolutely just blew my mind. I couldn't imagine ever saying things to someone who had lost someone that meant that much to him, like what people have said to me, and post it so that it could be up there permanently. It reminds me of that there are evil people in the world, and I mean, it's beyond being a hater or just being a bitter person. To say some of the things that have been put on the comments are just mind-boggling. I could never in my wildest dreams imagine ever doing that to another person. But again, I'm not that kind of person, and I would, even if it was someone I genuinely disliked, I would still never imagine doing that. You know, there's a time and place for disagreeing with somebody, but I don't know, it's just unimaginable to me that people are so heartless and just genuinely worthless human beings. And clearly their life is so pathetic that all they can do is try to invoke that same pathetic life onto someone else, because that's all they've got, you know. So it's exceptionally sad that was there, but it's a reminder that, you know, when you put yourself on YouTube or Rumble or whatever, anytime you're going to put yourself out there, you're going to end up coming across people that are just evil. Just evil. You know, I don't really know any other way to put it. They're just very evil people. And, you know, so you have to decide whether or not that's something you want to continue to deal with, or just let it go and say, I'm done, I don't want to do it. But there are many more good people that are on my channel and that have sent me emails, messages, comments, and even replying to some of these horrendous individuals on my behalf. And again, I want to thank you. I've seen a few of them. You know, I could only stomach so many, you know what I mean? A lot of it was that, well, if she was vaccinated, that wouldn't happen, that's your fault. And she was vaccinated. She had the injections, plus she had 2 boosters. But she also had severe dementia, and she had had a stroke. And so it didn't matter. Already to a point where she had so many other ailments that although it seemed like she was going to be kicking the COVID, she went up and then went straight down all at once. Like, she had gotten over it, everything was great, and then the next day just straight downhill, and all of her organs started to shut down all at once. So you know, had nothing to do with whether she was vaccinated. That had happened. That was my mom. She took care of that. And then I got a lot of, oh, well, it's karma and you deserve it and da-da-da. Unfortunately, your intense level of ignorance is what leads you to have such a miserable shit life. I mean, it's gotta suck to be that stupid. Nobody within that convoy was trying to say you should not get vaccinated. What they were saying was you should be allowed to decide whether or not you want to be vaccinated. So maybe, just maybe, you stop long enough to at least know what you're talking about so that you don't look like a permanent idiot when you're commenting on something you don't even know about. You're a follower that has probably never made a decent decision in your life. So learn what's actually real before you pop off with your immense amount of ignorance and just display for the world how stupid you actually are. Now, obviously, I don't hide from anyone, and I definitely don't take a whole lot of shit, especially from people who haven't got enough intelligence to worth my time to address them. But after realizing that there were many in that very same stupid boat, all rowing together with bricks, I figured, well, I'll just give them one hello and go to hell, you know. I did see some of them. Like I said, after a while, it just, a very short while, I was done. I didn't really want to get into it all. I'm not really that guy that wants to delve into each and every one and try to deal with that. It's not worth the air, because the people themselves aren't worth my time. So I did get to see quite a few of you, and thank you. And I saw the names right away that I was used to seeing: Tennessee Pete and Freedom Squirrel and Lions and Prince, and I could go on and on. There were quite a few that I recognized right away, and I knew where the love was coming from. So I thought about it for just a nanosecond. Should I shut the channel down and just say the hell with it? And then I was like, no, that's not me. I don't let stupid people dictate what I'm going to do or when I'm going to do it. So, no, I'm not going to shut the channel down. It doesn't matter whether there's 2 people or 2 million people. I couldn't care less. If there are people who enjoy the channel and have fun, then I'm going to keep it going. The irony of the whole thing was I had started this channel for the convoy, yes, but more because I wanted there to be a channel where you could go and get the brighter side of it. There was so much negativity already on a lot of the different channels. I didn't want that. I wanted there to be a place where people could just go and enjoy hanging out with other friends. And that was the crux of me starting that channel for the convoy. And so for there to be so much hate into that channel, it makes no sense. Anyone that has watched that channel or has been with me knows that my whole goal is to make people who aren't having the greatest day all of a sudden have a better day, and to bring happiness into anyone's life that I could possibly do. And I have accomplished that goal more than I could have ever imagined. Some of the things that people have emailed me in their own personal lives and said that just from watching the channel that gave them hope or happiness or whatever. There's been more than I could ever possibly count. And I've met people that I had previously thought, oh, this is just going to be crap, and it's just, I had already in my head decided what kind of people they were before they started talking, and I want to thank them because they genuinely made a huge difference in my life to remember that it doesn't matter where you are, in California, California is the one, I had it in my head already that these people were just going to be there to talk shit and genuinely make life miserable, and I could not have been more wrong. And so I am so grateful to all of those people that came out and proved me wrong and gave me a reality check that it doesn't matter where you're at, there are good people everywhere. And I've said this many times, it's not that good people don't exist, it's that the assholes are the ones that you see. Nobody really promotes the good that a lot of people are doing, and it's not something that's put into the forefront. When you're watching the news, you're seeing the people who have beaten someone up or murdered somebody or committed a crime or whatever. That's what we're watching. And then occasionally you'll catch a news channel that will go, we're going to report one good story about one person that did something great, right? And that's it. There's that one guy, and it's maybe like once a week, and they'll go, there's this one guy this week that did something great and we're going to tell you about it, but the rest of it, it's all shit, so heads up. And so little bit of time to kind of reflect on the amount of hate and the amount of good that I've gotten on the comments. And I had to remember that it's the assholes that always stand out. It's the good people that are always the one behind the scenes that are doing stuff that no one knows. The folks that sent me all the great comments and genuine love, and it hasn't stopped. I posted that video, was it Tuesday or Wednesday of last week? I don't know, it was one of the days, and since then the comments have kept going, and people are still keeping up with it. So I figured maybe I'd make this video and maybe address some of the questions and stuff. I will be doing more live again, and I'm running out west again, and so I couldn't be happier about that. I'm sure you can see the mountains out my window. So yeah, I'm running back out west, and I'm back in my truck, and so I definitely want to do more live. I just haven't kind of had the energy or the mental clarity to do the live. It takes a lot to do the lives while I'm running like that, and it's not just the amount of focus that I have to have, not only on the road and what's going on and doing the live, but then to keep the conversation rolling. It requires a lot of energy, and I just haven't had the amount of energy to pull that off lately. But I will be doing more lives, and I've got a couple of things that I'm eager to show. Hopefully we can get to that at some point. I had told you I got a new booster for the truck. However, the day I was going to install it was the same day I found out that my grandmother was going to pass. So I have not installed it yet, but I plan on doing that. As a matter of fact, I'll be in Tracy, California an entire day early, because I don't deliver until Tuesday, and I'll be there tonight, which is Sunday night. So I'll have all of tomorrow to go ahead and get that mounted, and hopefully that'll help. So when I do the lives, hopefully that'll grab signal. I've watched a lot of reviews on it, and apparently it does work fairly well. So it's called a WeBoost. So I'm hoping that should help. Plus I have the other one that I bought in here. I don't know if that helps to have two, but I'll have two regardless. So I guess that pretty much takes care of everything. I just wanted to put out something new and let you all know. I mean, I figured with all the actual genuine love and uplifting comments that were out there, I owed you that, to at least let you know what's going on and how things have been. Today is honestly the first day I felt like I could do this video and keep myself composed. So this was the soonest I could do this. I had tried yesterday, and just the thought of going through this and trying to describe what had happened was more than I could deal with. So I figured I'd try today, and luckily we're doing okay today. So to everyone that is giving me a lot of support, I really genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I mean it. Thank you so much. And I hope to keep the channel going and bringing you fun stuff to watch, and continue that place where you go and just chill, because you know if it's on, you're going to have a good time. You're not going to have to worry about getting in an argument or being frustrated about anything. It's just a place to have fun and relax. So thanks again. I love y'all, and I really appreciate all the support. It means the world to me. So I'll be seeing you soon. God bless y'all. Take care, everybody. Bye.